world may have turned upside down, but you found your anchor who will ground you through it all. And so under this wedding canopy, let us acknowledge the miracle of this moment and the blessings that fill your lives. James and Brittany, will you please turn around and look behind you now? Today we know with love and pride that Britt is using a family ring from James's mother and grandmother and great-grandmother, used for all family weddings for 4 generations. James's ring has a Celtic knot and represents their souls intertwining. The traditional words you are about to recite represent your lasting commitment to one another.
Hooray, rot. Shit. We did the head up. Kedat, Moshe, Miriam, and Israel.
Hooray, Atah. Mekudashi. Behabakat Zol. Kedat Moshe, Miriam, Israel. James, I first want to say I love you so much. From our first conversation in Israel to standing here under the chuppah, I knew there was something special about you. We laugh over how we both met after being interrogated by Israeli TSA. But what isn't always mentioned from that story is exactly what we talked about on that long bus ride together. Other than our similar heritage stories, my love for you began to blossom after witnessing your ability to keep up with our discussions about the afterlife, reincarnation, for mutual desire and appreciation for adventure and trying new things, or even to the fact that you would always go with my crazy tangents without skipping a beat. Over the last 7 years, many others told me how we were meant for each other and how lucky it was that we have such a huge respect and understanding of one another. That, or they were impressed by how we somehow got through a road trip up and down the West Coast without pulling each other's teeth out. Or maybe it was the fact that whenever I have a rough day, you know all it takes is a Domino's chocolate lava cake in the presence of not one, but both our cats to make me feel better. Or maybe it's the little notes we leave under each other's pillows before it drifts away from one another. I'm so incredibly lucky to have you as my life partner. Not only have you offered me your whole self, you've also taught me to become a better person. You have so much patience, a willingness to learn, a passion to connect with others, and an unconditional love that I am honored to share with you. You are my glimmer of optimism on my saddest day, and my ray of wisdom in my deepest confusion. And this feeling has only grown stronger over the years. On our very first anniversary, I wrote to you how not only I love you, but that I want to be with you, James, for many more years to come. Even on our very first anniversary, you were the only person I wanted to be with as my best friend, life partner, and husband. Who could have known I could ever be so lucky? So as I stand here under the chuppah, with the love and support of our friends and family witnessing us becoming husband and wife, here's what I vow. I vow to always be your anchor. I promise to love you more than I have in all the years we've been together, but not as much as I will love you in the years to come. I promise to care for you when you are sick, to find time to take a step back from life to watch the sunrise. I promise to keep a constant watch for sales on your favorite Legos. And I promise that I will attempt to let you keep some of the covers on cold nights. I vow to explore the world with you, and I also vow to make you a cup of tea and cuddle with you when you're feeling down. I vow to always be your best friend, and I promise to be your #1 cheerleader when you set off on new life goals. I vow to laugh, love, and grow with you in the years to come and to cherish every moment that we have. And in saying these vows, I promise to be there with you for all my heart and soul. I look forward to growing old with you and to having all of the shared moments our life has to offer.
Dear Brittany, when I one day explain to our children how we met, I will tell them a story. I will tell them we met in a faraway land. You invited me to sit with you on a bus. and we quickly became friends and grew to love one another. This is a story, but I realize falling in love with you is more complicated than saying the rest is history. My love for you grew out of tiny moments that made me believe. Sometimes it grew steadily, and sometimes rapidly, like water pouring down from a storm. From hearing you play on the piano for the first time in an Israel hotel lobby, I saw you bring strangers together and bring light to so many people today. And I knew you were special. I saw your soul hop on top of the piano and dance. I also remember the first time you spent a night walking around Jerusalem and talking about everything under the sun. That night, we quickly realized we each found someone you would never grow tired of learning from. Falling in love is a funny thing, and sometimes you don't know happening until you're living it. And sitting next to someone you had only met a few days ago who would switch seats with a stranger on a plane to care for you when you're suddenly sick. Love means growing. Over our 7 years together, you have supported me in my journey to become the best version of myself. And I have tried my best to always support you. You inspire me and ignite my drive to give back to others. You are a lifelong student of the world and have encouraged me to always strive to learn more. You have also helped show me the value of being kind and letting others in and letting them know how much they mean to me. My heart has grown since I met you. I am so grateful for your love. I love you, Brittany. When I look into your eyes, my heart jumps and I feel butterflies in my stomach. I watch the universe smiling down on me every time I'm able to make you happy. All at once, I feel our past, present, and future bound together. I see us laughing in our old age, and I see us when I first met you. I love you so much that I wish I was there to help you when you were little and getting bullied. I wish I was there to help you through your past breakups. Right there. They're lost. I wish I was there to help you with your luggage on your first day of college. I wish I was the one who got diabetes. Today, I'm so proud you've chosen me as your husband. Today and all days, I vow to love you unconditionally with all my heart as your husband. And I vow to stand by your side in sickness and in health. For every low, for every high, okay? May I be blessed to wake up by you every living day and be lucky enough to call you my loving wife and best friend. Me too.
We are all in awe of both of you and the words that you have so thoughtfully brought into this ceremony. I want to ask you, Brittany, in the presence of God, your family and friends, do you offer your solemn vow to be a faithful partner in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, in joy as well as in sorrow? Nice and loud.
I do.
James, in the presence of God, your family and friends, do you offer your solemn vow to be a faithful partner in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, in joy as well as in sorrow?
I do.
Now, in addition to these vows and rings, a Jewish wedding is sealed by a Jewish contract of marriage called a ketubah. Earlier, Britt and James signed the ketubah, which will become part of their home, reminding them of this day and their eternal commitment to one another. This gorgeous piece of art and poetry serves as Jewish legal documentation of their marriage, and it was made with great love and thoughtfulness by Tova and her mother Naomi, and it was signed by witnesses Jacob Markey and Deborah Schneiderman, and I know how grateful the couple is to all of you for helping them with that piece of their wedding as well. Brittany and James, I want to offer just a few short words of blessing on this special day. You are truly blessed to have found one another, and we are blessed to stand in your presence. Here beside you, forget the sun, I'm talking about you, is a shining light, a soulmate, and a partner who illuminates your days and guides you through dark nights. Brittany, James drew you in with his mind, his ability to care, his ability to listen. He was interesting, and more importantly, he was interested. Long conversations, questions and answers, reflections and reactions. He was engaging and engaged with you long before you officially became engaged to one another. He is your soulmate, and he will push you to be better. He will be there when you stumble, and he'll check for cuts and scrapes, but more importantly, he'll listen for what you need. And when you're ready, he'll be there to help you stand up once again. He is your partner, your cheerleader, your anchor, your steady and silly wingman. And James, on that fortuitous trip to Israel, you had a moment where you could see Brittany's heart and mind quickly analyzing and empathizing as she worked through the complexity of Israel-Palestine during a group discussion on that birthright trip. What other superhuman powers did this woman possess, you wondered? You had to know more, and so you have discovered she is musical, she is artistic, she writes beautifully, she is unbelievably nurturing, not just to you, but also to others. Her kindness is limitless. She gives freely, and rather than feeling depleted, it seems to energize her to think of others and to help them find strength and support and joy and purpose. And all of this inspires you and calls you to stand by her side, to join her in the pursuit for a more just and compassionate world that I know you are both committed to building together. She is your best friend, your extroverted wingwoman, your certainty that life will be better each and every day simply because she is now a part of it. James and Brittany, this may feel like a fairy tale, the dress, the flowers, the music, the guests, but what led you to this moment cannot be credited to magic or mystery. What brought you here is the very real and very attainable commitment you have made to love and cherish one another day in and day out, from last call to the early morning alarm. You are two individuals who have chosen to share your gifts and idiosyncrasies, your hopes and your fears, but more importantly, you have shared your faith in one another that life is better in partnership. May you always feel this luminous and loved, and let us all say, Amen. 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 Now we return to more blessings as we arrive to the tradition of Sheva Brachot, 7 expressions of blessings for the couple that touches on themes relevant to the life they are building together.
May the meaning of this hour be fulfilled through the days and years to come.
May the love of this man and this woman, their unity of spirit, grow deeper and stronger in uncertainties and changes of life that they will share. Loving each other, may they love all persons, trusting each other, may they learn to trust life.
Amen.
Jackie, Susan.
May your journey together be blessed with generosity and forgiveness. May you enable each other to fulfill your dreams. And may you be committed to paths of courage and hope. Blessed is the source of generosity, who created such good, remarkable people. You.
Amen.
May the raindrops fall lightly on your brow.
May the soft winds freshen your spirit.
May the sunshine brighten your heart.
May the burdens of the day rest lightly upon you.
And may God enfold you in the mantle of His love.
Amen.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
The 5th blessing. With the strength of your relationship,
May you help transform the world in big ways and small ways.
May your love for each other be a source of warmth and inspiration for your community. Blessed is the source
of healing, who brings well-being to the world through her children.
Amen.
May God go with you and bless you. May you see your children's children. May you be poor in misfortune and rich in blessings. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward.
Amen.
Brittany and James, by the power vested in me, according to the laws of Moses, Miriam, and the Jewish community, and by the state of California, I present to you Brittany and James Finney-Conlon, a new name signifying a new life together, their roots forever.